Former FBI Director James Comey asked a federal judge on Thursday to squash a congressional subpoena from Republicans on the U.S. House Judiciary Committee who are trying to compel him to testify behind closed doors about his decision making ahead of the 2016 presidential election. The unusual filing in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia came after Comey had previously told Republican lawmakers he would agree to testify only if the hearing were open to the public. That's because he wants to avoid having to talk about classified information and really be truthful about some really important and serious topics. Because if it's in public, technically he can say legal, oh, I can't talk about it, it's classified, and he just go on and on, say, oh, it's classified, I can't talk about it, can't talk, and just put on a show, put on a political show. In the filing, he said Mr. Comey asked his court's intervention not to avoid giving testimony, but to prevent the Joint Committee from using the pretext of a closed interview to peddle a distorted, partisan political narrative, the filing said. So right there shows he himself, he's projecting that he's putting on a political game. He wants to avoid the legality of the subpoena, and he's literally saying it's political. Him avoiding it is political. He just doesn't want to go in. He doesn't say what, because he knows he broke so many FBI protocols. There's so many hypocrisy. I mean, everyone knows what he did. So he wants to avoid being honest about his misdeeds. Very simple. The November 21st congressional subpoena ordering Comey to appear for a closed-door deposition on December 3rd was issued as part of an ongoing joint investigation by the House Judiciary Committee and House Oversight Committee. And you have to realize these guys in the House Oversight committees and the Judiciary Committee, they have access to classified information that the public isn't seeing. So Comey knows that they know, and Comey knows he looked like a dipshit in private when they confront him. But in public, he can put on more of a game. So the Republican Representative Bob Goodlatte, who chairs the Judiciary panel, wrote on Twitter on Thursday that Comey needed to appear before the committees. He said, "It appears Mr. Comey believes he deserves special treatment, as he is the only witness refusing to either appear voluntarily or comply with the subpoena," Goodlatte added. It's obvious. James Comey thinks he's above the law. He's chosen one to apply the law, and he doesn't think the law applies to him. Look, he throws Martha Stewart in jail and lets Hillary Clinton off the hook. The House Judiciary Committee separately subpoenaed former Attorney General Loretta Lynch to appear for a closed-door interview on December 4th. And we all know how Loretta Lynch answers questions. She just acts like a guilty lawyer and just basically says, I defer to this, I defer to that, and just doesn't answer anything, just simply doesn't even answer a question directly, showing that she has so much to hide. The probe is looking at the FBI's decisions relating to its investigation into former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server and its investigation into whether President Donald Trump's campaign colluded with Russia. The Republican-led inquiry has been lambasted by the Democrats as a partisan effort to undermine Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation, which Trump has labeled a witch hunt. And we all know about the Democrats, political. They don't care about the law and all that stuff. They still claim, and this is how poisoned the people's minds of the U.S. are. The Democrats still will claim, and still there will be many people, probably millions of people, who will still say that the IRS targeting conservatives was just a conspiracy. It was not true. Okay, it was official in a court of law. It's been official. The IRS admitted to it. They apologized in writing. They made a recent official statement. They were found guilty of doing this, and the government is paying restitution to people who were targeted. So that's not a conspiracy. It happened. Look it up. Comey, who was fired by Trump last year, is seen as an important witness into whether Trump tried to obstruct the special counsel's investigation. Republicans have alleged the FBI is biased against Trump, pointing to Comey's decision to publicly announce the FBI would not bring charges against Clinton, as well as text messages that disparaged Trump exchanged between two former FBI staffers who worked on the email probe. They have also claimed that the FBI made missteps when it applied for a warrant to surveil former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. A Justice Department Inspector General report issued earlier this year criticized Comey for his handling of the Clinton matter, but said he did not exhibit political bias, which we know later on is obviously not true, because he himself revealed on Twitter how he really basically was for Hillary, just hates Trump. I mean, it's blatantly obvious. I mean, anyone who believes otherwise is a joke. Anyone says, "Oh, Comey's a registered Republican." You guys got to grow up. First of all, you got to understand two things. There's people in the intelligence community who intentionally sometimes, I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying sometimes they switch parties, or they literally will sign on. They'll jot down that they're part of a political party, but they're not really part of a political party. These people lie. Okay, it's a big game. Okay, it's just about what's good for the moment. In the court filing, Comey's lawyer said Republicans have pushed a corrosive narrative by saying that Clinton committed serious crimes and was given unwarranted leniency by an FBI and DOJ that were loyal to her and her party. Neither of the Republican lawmakers overseeing the congressional investigation, Goodlatte and Oversight Committee Chairman Chair Grady, ran for re-election, and they will be leaving Congress at the end of the year. The probe is expected to conclude in January, when Democrats regain control of the House of Representatives and win the power to issue subpoenas of their own.